reimburse them. If you have to ask how much it costs, then you can't simply afford it.
Well, I have to ask how much does it cost, Duck?
Don't even lie.
Yeah, I have to ask that too. I haven't really looked, honestly.
Wow, you must have mad dollars.
I'm thinking I'm thinking $5,000 a month.
$5,000 a month. Yeah, that's about right.
$60,000 a year.
I don't think it's quite 60, but it's really expensive. Obviously,
for what?
Man, there's private colleges that are less expensive.
I mean, you can go to Harvard for less than that.
Oh, my
God! And I mean,
you go to USC.
I mean, does she have like her own dorm room? And I mean, like, what happens?
No, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty Spartan. Like, it's not cushy. In fact, it's the opposite of cushy. It's a lot tougher. Like, the food's not very good. You share a small room with someone.
Yeah.
You're working really hard. You don't have any time to yourself. It's definitely, they work you.
It
and
sounds
you
like
get 6 days a week.
It's a concentration camp.
Saturday.
So what it is?
Somebody sitting there counting a bunch of money that he's paying.
Yeah.
So it's designed for these kids to want to come see you. When they see you, they're good kids to you because they haven't seen you in forever and they've been eating like crap. So
Thank you for letting me come home.
that's essentially and you're saying your kids are great from it, and that's simply because it's the lesser of two evils.
It's how to build instant appreciation for you.
Right.
It's like Tucker's all about himself.
Right.
Can you imagine the profit margin if you charge people all that money and you make them live and strip down to the bare bones?
Oh, and they do, man. The school, I went to a good school called St. George's in Newport, Rhode Island. It's a really good school. It's been around for a long time, and the food was so bad that Wednesday night was pizza night, and they would just take all the leftovers from the week and use those for toppings.
Oh.
So you would have literally
Hold on, Tucker.
like peaches on your. Oh, it was disgusting.
Hold on, Tucker. I got a mom that wants to discuss this with you. Named Nancy.
Now you're in trouble, Tuck.
Nancy, are you there?
Yay, how are you?
Good. I got you on with Tucker Carlson. Can you believe you're talking
Nancy,
about
good morning.
A superstar?
You're an idiot. No, I'm surprised. I am so surprised Bubba hasn't, told you off yet. Oh, my gosh,
Well,
you are so stupid.
he is a friend of mine.
Children are not better off. They are not better off. Do you know what it would do? Oh, my gosh, I love waking my kids up. I love taking them to school. I love picking them up. No, you're wrong. And I have 3. Okay, I have one that's 22, who, by the way, we'll have to talk about her later. And I have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old. And no, it is not better off. And my husband went through that stuff. And you had mentioned the boys' ranch. Are you an idiot? My husband's mother dropped him off at the boys' ranch when he was, so young. Oh, you're going camping for the weekend. She dropped him off there and never came back.
You're talking about something completely different than what Tucker's talking about.
She's a lawyer.
It's kind of like...
Hold on, let me put everybody on hold. Hold on, this bitch is crazy, and she's going to drive Tucker away. All right, Tucker, I got you back. I had to get rid of her. Yeah, Tucker,
the boys' ranch is...
Just to be totally clear, we didn't drop our daughter off for the weekend and pretend that we were going to come pick her up and then not pick her up.
And then gas, and then go burn out in the parking lot, and then get the hell out of there.
Yes, there is no criminal justice component to this boarding school. Let me just be totally clear.
Wow.
So, yeah, this is not punishment, and she loves it. I mean, look, it's totally sad, but it's worth it. I really think you should consider it when your kids get older.
Most people can't even afford it. I mean, can you imagine spy 60 G's a year?
No, I couldn't imagine.
I don't think it's 60, but it's expensive.
I mean, I can be mean to anybody, and I can give you down to bare bones combinations. I should have Bubba's boarding school. I'd be a billionaire.
I mean, it may not be 60, but imagine if it's even if it's 30. That's $30,000 a year.
How many
for bare bones accommodation?
How many people are in this particular school? The enrollment. I got my calculator right here.
280.
280. Hold on here. Hold on here. 280.
We're in the wrong business.
Times $50,000 equals $14 million, fellas.
Oh man!
And for less than $500,000, we can strip you down to the bare bones.
For $500,000, I could build cement bunkers and have sleeping bags on the floor.
Oh, that's too good. Yeah, that's too good for them.
And it's a treat when I'm going to give you a frozen pizza on Wednesdays. That's a treat.
A frozen pizza with broccoli and peaches on it.
Man, we're in the wrong business. We need to be in the being mean to kids business. I'll tell you that right now. Hold on. Being mean to rich people's kids, because rich people, they don't care. They're like, man, this kid has no love in its heart. I got to send him away. 50 G's, no big deal. Let me scratch out a check. Let me pay for 3 years in advance, as a matter of fact.
You know what, though? You don't think that would be more fun? You don't think you'd learn more if you were a kid rather than like hanging around your town? I mean, it's good to get out and see the world.
Yeah, whatever.
You know, and meet people from different places. I'm serious.
It's called it's called lethargic and lazy parenting.
Yeah, maybe a family vacation. Maybe they can see some things that way.
My kid and Manson's kid's going to learn more when we pick them up from school on Friday, and I got the car all packed up, and we're going to go on a little weekend vacation, and that's what they're going to do.
No, look, let me put it this way. When I went away when I was 14, I was living in Southern California, La Jolla, and I went to Newport, Rhode Island. When I came home for vacation, my parents said, you should take the train. So I took the train by myself for 4 days from Newport, Rhode Island to San Diego, California.
So in other words,
how many 15-year-olds or 14-year-olds are doing that by themselves?
No, but here's what I hear, Tuck. I hear you coming home and your parents still didn't want to deal with you and said, hey, why don't you take the train for a couple days?
Like, man, we got 3 more days of screwing to get in. This nerd came home a few days early.
But it's a total adventure. I mean, to give a kids a chance to have that. I mean, certain kids. Not all kids can deal with it, but those you can. So
it doesn't show you how good you are as a kid if you can take a train for 3 days. It shows you how lazy your parents were.
Right.
And, I mean, in today's environment, a kid can't go out on the train. In today's crazy, sick-ass, I could put a GPS and follow you anywhere I want environment, you can't send a kid by himself for a 3-day trek now in today's environment. I mean seriously,
Tuck,
you know that.
Of course you can. Being too protective of kids is terrible for them. It makes them neurotic and unhappy.
Neurotic, that's you, kid. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, Tuck, I guarantee if you would have said, but Mom and Dad, I don't want to take the train for 4 days. I'd much rather spend time with you guys.
Yeah, what if your dad... What if you said,
taking the train?
Yeah,
what if
exactly.
you said, hey, Dad, that fly fishing trip that you've been promising me? Why let's go fly fishing, Dad?
Well, how about I pay somebody to go fly fishing with you?
In my childhood, when I think back, I just hear Harry Chapin's "Cats in the Cradle" playing in the background.
Yeah, well, there you have it.
Soundtrack.
So what did you really need? Boarding school, or did you need a father that loved on you and had some love in his heart? Huh? What did you need? Boarding school for a glorified rich people babysitting, or did you need a father that wrapped his arms around you and said, "Son, let me show you the way"? What did you really need? I mean,
actually, no kidding. I had the most involved, intensely excellent father ever of anybody I know, by far.
Yeah, as he sends you to boarding school. That sounds like he's really involved.
Yeah, he was. He hated the fact that I went, but he knew it would be good for me if it was. I would have been sitting around doing crystal meth like everyone else in my town.
Well,
if I hadn't left.
We didn't do crystal. I mean, with the exception of Ned, none of us ended up doing crystal meth.
Yeah, well, everyone where I grew up did it. I mean, everyone.
Yeah,
everyone.
Because you're rich and you can afford it.
Now he's sipping on Perrier and
he's
chewing
Nicorette. That's what I'm down to.
I want to know.
I was from a place that I needed to get out of there.
What town was that? I want to go visit it.
What's that, Ned?
Wherever town he's from. Sounds like a party capital of the world.
Where they're doing crystal meth?
Everybody.
The kids, everybody's doing crystal meth.
The whole town.
Anyway, we actually got to get into something that you know a little something about, which is not parenting. You obviously know nothing about being a good dad. You have no love in your heart, but you might be able to bamboozle the people that you know a little something about politics.
I could probably do that.
Now, Obama, I guess he's saying that he's going to. Obama now says that leaving Afghanistan is not an option. The military and the Secretary of Defense are at odds. Is this ever going to end? I mean, what in the hell is going on? Give me the Bubba, Beverly Hillbillies, glorified white trash, dummy down Reader's Digest version. Is this just going to continue to be a big, crazy-ass Vietnam whodunit drama fest for the rest of my life and yours as well?
Oh, I so hope not.
Are we always going to be afraid of the Al-Qaeda?
Weak. The president is weak. Here you had General McChrystal come out and mock the administration, just make fun of them, just totally criticize them in public in a speech in London, and the administration does nothing about it. They don't know what they want. They don't know where they're going. They're smart enough to understand this could be a complete disaster, but they haven't done the thing they need to do, which is explain why we're there.
Let me ask you a question. What would it hurt to take the chance, and Brent, this is for you, Manson, Spies, anybody that wants to participate, but obviously it's to Tucker first. I mean, if you took the chance and you said, okay, Afghanistan now is what we're fighting the most of. I think we're supposedly scaling out of Iraq, and now all the casualties and all this stuff is happening in Afghanistan. That's what we speak of, right, Brain? That's what we speak of when we speak of the war. We're speaking of Afghanistan and the big rugged terrain, as we feel that that's where the Taliban is organized and Bin Laden may be and things like that. So what is it going to hurt? Obviously, what we're doing now is not working, right, Tuck? Because we've not found him. We've not stamped out Al-Qaeda. We can still see file footage of them being on the monkey bars and the whole 9 yards, right? And we're all scared.
Right.
So, obviously, what we've done for 8-9 years simply is not working. What would it hurt if we just said, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Last person out of here Friday at noon. turn the lights out, and let's get the hell on out of here and regroup and send these men and women back home to the homeland, and let's button up our homeland, because this is a lot about nothing. Now, what would that hurt to at least try?
Well, trust me, I think that sounds like a really appealing option. I hate the idea